Bricks and Minifigs is your one-stop shop for all things LEGO. Hit the link below to find a store near you. Hey everyone, today we're taking a look at the music store and laser tag arena in JANGBRiCKS City here. If you've not had a chance to check out this whole incredible city, make sure you click the link in the description for our complete city tour. But we're going to be taking a look inside this building for now. Before we do that though, tell us about kind of the architectural details on the outside of this.
The idea for this one is that it's a converted, a commercial conversion. So it was originally a little bit more industrial. I think that the side of the city in its history used to be more based on industry, and the urban sprawl is just kind of taken over it a little bit. So I wanted to have a little bit of an older architectural style, a little bit more form over function, and the older building techniques as well, with a lot of exposed brick on it, and also just honestly just color. This bringing in the medium nougat, a pretty earthy tone. This was not originally intended to be near the mall, which has the tan color, but so this ended up being a little bit compatible, I guess, which will ultimately work for the later plan for this entire plaza. But yeah, just I want to have variety of color and shape and age and general design concept throughout here. So it's all conversion, and nothing that's here is being used for its original purposes.
Yeah, but that's very representative of what you see in a lot of cities today as well. So I think that's cool that you kind of included that type of a reference in the city. And what are some of these kind of decorative elements that you have around here?
Yeah, with modern parts, I could definitely do better, but I wanted to have some large 3D props that represent, hey, there's a music store here, come find instruments. So something guitar, mandolin like. This on the other side is a pan flute, because that's really representative of music that people would be familiar with. But hey, I mean, it's music.
There you go.
Something a little bit different. The main entrance for the music store is on this side here, and the main entrance for the laser tag arena is just down the way there, although the laser tag arena itself is upstairs.
Now we've got the building out to take a closer look at it, and we're going to start at the main entry level here at the bottom. And so you can see the music store entrance is here on this end, and you can start to get a look inside there. I see a piano inside there, lots of windows to show off all those fantastic musical instruments. And then the entrance for the laser tag is also on the bottom here as well, correct?
Yeah. The laser tag arena itself is upstairs, so we'll look at the music store first, then we can see the entrance to the laser tag arena, then we see the arena itself at the end.
The first level is primarily the music store, and you can see a incredible variety of instruments here. One of my favorites is using the old bugle from like the Western type sets there on the wall.
I had to get those in. I had collected a couple of those over the years. I don't remember exactly why. I feel like they mostly came from Bricklink. I think probably most of the interesting things that you'll see here are just random pieces that I got from Bricklink orders, where I go to a store. It's always how it goes. I go to a store to get specific things, and then before I check out, I just kind of browse around to see if there's maybe something else I might be interested in. And
one thing leads to another, things get out of hand.
A $50 order has turned into a $200 order, even though I've only added 20 more pieces. But yeah, I definitely tried to use as many different instrument pieces, official LEGO instrument pieces that I had as I could. And then just try to arrange them in a way that would be inviting and really feel like a well-established establishment. Not a hole in the wall spot, not a garage kind of thing. Like something that the owner or owners of this really have been doing it for a long time, have been very successful at it. So it might be part of a chain, it might not. I'm not sure about that, but definitely they've got their stuff together. They've got pretty nice selection of, got some keyboards, multiple drum kits, lots of actual music up for sale, including some old big laser discs, which for some reason only have music on them, not actual movies, but some old tapes. There's a wide variety. It really tries to capture music culture, music equipment culture. There's some old amps for sale, some old boom boxes even, a stunning variety of maracas.
Yes, I mean the colors.
Yeah. Microphones on the other side of the pillar. The pillar here in the middle is purely a structural element. I actually originally had wanted all of this to be completely open, but I decided I wanted to have a pillar there just to help hold up the floor above. And then what does a store do with pillars? Well, they put displays and things for products all around it, including some sheet music and stuff. And the management of this space is very hands-on friendly. So you can see, customers are actually trying out the different instruments and things, and that is encouraged, even though it's very loud. Like they want that energy, and they want people to feel at home and feel connected to the equipment before they potentially make a purchase.
Absolutely. And then we've got this large empty space next to that.
Yeah. So that's just something that I just hadn't filled in yet. The idea here is that the owner of this space, they own the entire floor, or they're leasing the entire floor, and this would just be their garage of just random stuff. So ultimately there'll be like boxes. It'll be very dusty. There'll be an old project car that's incomplete in there and everything. But it was just lower priority for me, so I didn't start trying to fill in details yet, but that a little bit of in-universe connection there. And then leasing from them. Wait, that's right. There is a special feature. I forgot about this on the other side. Leasing a little bit of space from or subleasing from the owner of this store is the laser tag arena. So they just have their entrance over here. So I tried to use, lots of bright colors, lots of contrast.
The trans red doors is perfect.
Yeah. Definitely. That actually inspired me to use even more in the future, more bright, strong, transparent colored windows and doors for future projects. But just a little something extra. I hope the battery is still on, but this is actually a button right here, and you can just barely, there's just a little bit.
Oh, there you go.
Just barely.
Yeah.
It's so old, the battery is really, really dim, but at some point I'll go through and swap the old light unit out. It's one of those old, all clear ones. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so that's basically where folks come in and they get a reservation, they get their names in the system or their aliases, and then once they're all ticketed up, they'll use the stairs on either side to go to the upper level, which is where all the fun actually happens.
And we can head there next then.
All right.
We have entered the laser tag arena now, and I love the contrast of the bright colors with the black background here. It's just so eye-catching.
It completely captures my first experiences in I want to say, early 90s in laser tag arenas, when they were a bigger thing. A little bit simplistic. Just the idea, the feeling of there being black lights everywhere, even though we're not looking at things through black lights. I still wanted to have so much contrast in color and use some of those kind of day glow pieces, the trans neon orange, the trans neon yellowish or greenish yellow. And yeah, lots of black, using lots of, I bought actually extra sticker sheets from, I think, the Death Star for some of the panels, and also used bits from my first Death Star, before the refresh that they did. That one was taken apart, and almost all of its sticker pieces are used in here. And also some Nexonites. So Nexonites gave me a lot of supplies for this, a lot of useful pieces. And then really just took inspiration. I didn't use reference material for this. I just took inspiration from laser tag arenas I've actually been in for the overall design. So the general idea, I've rotated this around. The general idea is where the entrance was back here. And once you get your tickets and once you're in the system, you go up either of a pair of staircases that lead to the same landing. And then this is just kind of a accumulation and waiting area, which has some suggestions, kind of trying to get you hyped up. And you can imagine that the music is very strong at this point. And then when you're ready, when you're on deck, when you're ready to get suited up, this is the equipment room. So all the helmets, all the armor units, which have the light detectors on them, and then of course the all-important guns themselves with the different colors for them. And we've got a couple of different types in there as well, and used the green doors for that. Just, you know, the idea that inside of that space is all green, so you just imagine that all the lighting in there, and then probably when it's time to go, when it's time to start the match, it changes colors suddenly, and you can just hear the buzzers and the music changes and everything. And then this has you got some elevated spaces. I felt was very, very important to have the ramps up. Random suggestions of sci-fi type stuff that doesn't do anything, right? It's just large props to give ambiance, to add to the aura. Scoreboards are up everywhere, so you've got team-based play involved, and you got the two colors that are relatively equally distributed from side to side. So it's not a symmetrical, not a fully symmetrical map, but has similar types of amounts of floor space on either side, with similar difficulties of obstacles as far as defensible space. And you got your sniping platforms. Use these extraordinarily rare and expensive original trans yellow plate pieces from Classic Space. I just had to get those in there. They're just so special. I can almost taste their look, their color from just staring at those pictures of Classic Space sets in the old miniature catalogs. And so just being able to have some of that physically is very special to me. And obviously there's a game that's going on, so shots are flying all over the place. And there are also the two capturable main reactor core spaces. I don't know what they go for in these. Like, what is the general idea? Are you on a spaceship? No, but there's not going to be a bad guy area of a spaceship and a good guy area. Like, is it a base?
I think it's like a base. Yeah, that's generally.
But it's all one base. I guess this is supposed to be the battlefield in between.
I think the key is to not overthink it. Is the
darn it? Okay, fine. There's lights, lasers, loud music, black lights, and
there you go. That's where
blinking.
The thinking stops and the shooting starts.
All right. I like it. I'm with it. I'm there with you. I missed the first part of the briefing. Thanks for bringing me up to speed. The only thing that's missing here desperately is fog machine.
Yes.
At some point, I'm going to do something with the fog machine somewhere. Not necessarily here, but I definitely want to get that in at some point. But yeah, so the base areas. This is the blue base, or blue like reactor core control room or whatever, where you have to go in and shoot a whole bunch of times, to get a major score, and then you get minor scores for simulated kills against individuals, and then the red base is all the way across over to here, and again just a little defensible space. So you can just imagine all the spots where people on defense could ambush in here or back in the corner. I really thought about sight lines, and I kind of got down to their level as much as I could to think, could this person hit from there? Is this a safe area? This is a camping spot. I don't like this. Let me open it up a little bit.
There's a lot of real world experience that went into this.
Yeah. This was actually before I got into actual shoot house scenario training, but I just used a little combination of video gaming and actual laser tag arena experience.
I like the way you did these dividers here, especially with the 1x1 kind of rounds in each side to kind of add that extra color element.
Yeah, and those represent like they could be like star fields or just random sci-fi lights. I'm not sure exactly which, since I do have the different colors, that kind of represent the different mood lighting of the two sides or the two bases. But just the idea is kind of the galaxy patterns and things on the walls.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, this is a fantastic build here, and I love the way that you've represented something really unique here, and it's something different from like the normal kind of Lego City environments that we're used to seeing. So that's super cool and fantastic work. Thanks for taking us through it.
I appreciate it. I hope that one day I'll be back in one of these and learn some more and maybe bring some more real world experience.
Yes. Sounds good. Good luck with that.
Thanks.